Maritime Madness presents episode 90 with UFC superstar heavyweight Tanner Boser. In North Shore Live, Wayne Rushton takes to the Maritime Madness One Count Challenge. Let's do it. Hello,
Beauty.
Danny Harvey. How are you, man? Welcome to episode 90. How's things?
Good. How are you?
Just great. Happy. Peachy.
90. Episode 90. Thanks for having me on, man.
Hey, no, thanks for joining. It's been
That's
a
a
while.
momentous occasion.
Huge. Do we have an episode for it? Let me tell you. We got two guys on the episode tonight. Again, this episode is sponsored by our friends at Maritime Madness, locally made in PEI. Check them out at maritimemadness.com. Use the code FLA10, save 10%, and get free shipping in Canada. Let's get right into it, Danny. Our first guest, Tanner Boser, UFC heavyweight, based out of Edmonton, Alberta. Both of us have seen this guy and kind of met him in person. He probably doesn't remember it, but well, I guess I've kept in contact with him since then. But man, this guy's an absolute pleasure to deal with. A really kind of a great guy, a great interview, a great fighter, and he's recently, like probably in the last 2 years now, he's fought. This is coming up this weekend in Abu Dhabi. His fourth fight in the UFC, 2-1. Looked really impressive in his last fight, and just an all-around great guy, great for the sport, and I'm really happy to see him where he's at now, and I think he's a future star, in my opinion. So
definitely.
Shall we bring him on right away?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Without further ado, folks, Mr. Tanner Boser joining us live from Abu Dhabi, 4 a.m. Thanks for doing this, Tanner. How are you, sir?
Hey, man, I'm doing all right. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Not too bad again. Yeah. Thanks again for joining us. It's been a while. As I said, we met you back in Alberta when we did a show there, 4 or 5 years ago. And Danny and I were actually talking about it today.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? And I was like, remember the two giant guys that walked in? He's like, oh, that guy. Like, yeah.
I wasn't intimidated at all.
yeah. How you been, man? You're obviously over in Abu Dhabi to fight this weekend. How's everything been going?
Everything's been just a lot of waiting to fight.
Yeah, that's the thing. So you're kind of quarantined over there pretty much. What's the process? What's the protocol?
Well, there's a sliver of Yaz Island that we're kind of allowed to explore called the safe zone. And I mean, it's barely more than the hotel. There's like a golf course and there's a racetrack's cool, I suppose. But yeah, there's not a ton we can do besides walk around the hotel and go to the couple restaurants that are in the hotel. But whatever, I'm here to fight. I'm not here to be a tourist, so it's good enough. As for the protocol, we had to get tested twice. We had to get tested immediately when we got here and then quarantine for 2 days and then get tested following that again. And I actually have to get tested again in a few hours, and that's the final test until after the fight. I may have to get tested when I get back. Well, yeah, I guess when I get back to Edmonton, but actually I have to quarantine for 2 weeks. So no, this should be the last coronavirus test here.
Yeah, pretty wild stuff. Like it's so, Danny, I'm not sure that, well, for anybody who's home isn't familiar, Tanner just fought as well. I'm not, probably like a month ago, Tanner, would it be?
June 27th. So, yeah, 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, so you just got out of quarantine, got the call for this fight, and now here you are back on the other side of the world fighting in Abu Dhabi. Quite a story.
Yeah, it is what it is.
That's it, man. It's your job, right? I got a kick out of the other day so one thing about you, man, is you're very real. There's no bullshit about you. Like you're a straight shooter, and that's one thing I really respect about you. And I think people like, there's no bravado, like there's no trying to sell a fight. This is you. This is literally just you. And I think that's pretty commendable. And so, long story short, there was someone trolling them the other day on Twitter, like just being a dick, one of those typical whatever keyboard warriors or whatever, and you kind of used it against him and used all your fans and pretty much told everybody who can kind of. Do you want to tell the story?
I can. My shorts got misplaced and stolen, I believe. Had a pair of like old fight shorts here from a couple fights back, and I gave them to the hotel staff to do because you're allowed to give a couple articles of clothing per day for laundry. Anyway, they don't know. They couldn't find them. They don't know what happened to them. So what I'm guessing is that they put them in the wrong room because a member of the UFC staff told us that he saw somebody walking around in a pair of Tanner Boser shorts, and he thought that was weird. And I'm like, oh, motherfucker. So there's someone rocking the shorts here. So I kind of posted that story, and somebody on Twitter said, no one wants your shorts, you fat fuck. So I just retweeted it, and I said, okay, man, bet. Whoever sends the meanest thing to this guy gets a free pair of signed Bulldozer shorts. And there was like at least 100 people just saying the meanest possible shit to that guy.
Wicked.
It was so brilliant. It was classic you, man. And I just thought it was the most brilliant way to respond to any situation like that. And it's, there's the amount of shit that you guys take on social media and from people who have no business doing it. And like you and I spoke about it a little bit before, and the way you handled it, I thought was pretty classy. But I guess on to your fighting stuff, try not to answer the same or ask the same questions that you get asked all the time. But Shade Bears MMA, is a really tight group out there, and that's a big part of your life. How's that kind of changed you in the last little bit?
I don't know how it's changed me in the last bit.
Has your training changed at all? Like your training partners changed at all, or has the gym kind of stayed the same?
Well, training changed when gyms were forced to shut down because of the government putting into place measures because of the coronavirus. We weren't able to go to the gym for a few months, so I had to adapt there. But my training partners are pretty much always the same. I got Teddy Ash and KB Buller, who are both here with me right now. I got, Christian Larson, Jeff Porter, Sterling Machete, Spencer Jebb, Mike Scarcello. I'm for Graham Park. I'm forgetting guys, but I have a team of guys that's been mostly together for a while now. There's a new addition every now and then, maybe, but for the most part, we are who we are, and we just train hard all the time.
Derek mentioned it's 4:00 in the morning over there. How long did that take you to adjust, to the different time zone and training at that schedule?
Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm training once a day. I'm training at about 2 a.m. because that's about when my fight is going to happen, because that is when it will be like prime time in North America for it to be on TV. So it'll be on TV at whatever time in North America, whatever that is, 4 or 5 p.m. or something. Mm-hmm. But here it's early in the morning. So here I got here, shifted my sleep schedule. I go to bed ideally like 7, 8 a.m. and then wake up at like 5 p.m. I was able to do that pretty much just instantly. I'm good at that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's there's so much more to this kind of shit than people think. You're fighting is one thing, but you're traveling across the world, and like your mentality is one thing, Tanner. But I'm sure it's harder for others than everybody takes a different approach, I guess. But any different things you've been working on coming into this fight, taking it so short notice, or you I know that your body has changed I wouldn't say a lot, but like you've trimmed up a little bit, and has that been a big focus for you? Or
well, for this fight, I literally had 3 days to train before I flew out, so I didn't practice anything new. I'll tell you that. Man, I just tried to get in shape and go and take a fight. I just got to fight this guy. I don't have to have any sort of secret plan. I've just got to go fight this guy and, do my best to leave it all out there, and hopefully I get the win. That's all it is. Nothing crazy.
Yeah. Handling business, I guess. A couple last questions for you here before we let you go. I know you just finished training over there, so we got to thank you very much for joining us. The local scene in Alberta and in Canada, you've competed a lot in Canada. King of the Cage, obviously Unified was your home, and a great promotion there. How important is it, for athletes to compete a lot locally as much as they can to get to the level where you are now?
I don't know if you're putting an emphasis on locally. I don't know if that's the key. That's great. It's great to have a sort of home-based promotion when you're an up-and-comer, somewhere that will get you fights, that has some sort of loyalty to you and you have loyalty to it to an extent, and they can get you opponents and set you up with fights. But I think the key, if you're asking me to tell upcoming fighters to take fights in local promotions. Take fights wherever they're offered. You just have to fight a lot. Like that was my route, and it's not the right route for everybody. Some guys get to the UFC at 6-0 and they do just fine. Some guys get there and maybe they would have benefited from having 10 more fights before they got there. It's an individual basis. Nothing works the same for everybody. But if you ask me, the thing I did was I just fought as frequently as I could, pretty much wherever I could. Obviously taking the fights, giving fights priority that you're being paid for more than the ones that you're being paid for less. But all in all, it's just a matter of taking fights and accumulating experience, in my opinion.
Yeah. No, that's a great outlook, because obviously you fought, like, not just I guess like when you say locally, but you're correct there, because like you fought, man, like I think you had, I don't know how many fights you had ACB, at least 5, 6 maybe over there, and then another
6. I had 6 fights in ACB, 1 in M1 and 1 in ACMAT.
Yeah, so traveled the world doing this before you're into the UFC. It's an awesome thing. All in the last little bit too. Like ever since Danny, I don't know when that was in Alberta, but like 2015 or something. How's Danger Cats? You still keep in touch with Uncle Hack?
Oh yeah, he's doing good. Danger Cats is still doing all right. There's still he's still doing his thing. I hung out with him actually right before I left. So yeah, he's doing good.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, he's a good guy. Really good guy, man. Well, anyway, we want to thank you for joining us, Tanner. And, for anybody who's aware, again, it's just 4 a.m. He's just joined us after training. So make sure you check him out this weekend competing. A big fight this weekend for you, man. We wish you all the love from the East Coast here, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Take care.
See ya.
Yeah, have a good night, guys. Bye.
There you have it, folks. Tanner Boser. Awesome.
Right
Very
on.
cool. What a guy, man.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane what's going on.
Yeah, well, for him to jump on and do that after training is a pretty commendable thing. He doesn't have to do that. He's very polite and articulate, and takes all the interviews and does them very, very well. And it's really good to see for Canadian MMA, in my opinion, because there's a lot of really good guys and girls right now who are kind of getting the shot, and he's been there for a while, but he's leading the way now, and it's great. It's great to see for Canadian MMA, and I love it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it is. Well, you want to get into our second guest here? One of your great friends here, Danny. We'll bring them on, folks. So I guess we'll just explain what's going to happen here, folks. So one of our sponsors, Maritime Madness, locally made in PEI, our sponsor, as we mentioned, PEI, over 30 flavors, sauces, rubs, different things. They make the One Chunk Challenge, and I'll leave it to you, Danny, to explain the rest.
So we got Wayne Rushton coming on. He's a good buddy of mine. I played in bands with him. He was also a co-host on a show that I worked on with him called North Shore Live, with him and Tony DeCoste. Yeah, and they kind of came up with this idea themselves, and I just kind of helped them implement it. But super funny guy, he's a character. He just started doing stand-up comedy as well in the last little bit. So maybe we'll find out a bit more about that.
I love it. Without further ado, folks, Mr. Wayne Rushton, how are you, sir? You guys hold it down for a sec. I'll be right back.
Hey, where's he going?
Must have to use the bathroom.
Oh yeah, it's only live. It's okay. So what's up?
So, not too much, man. Not too much. Worked today and came home to relax a little bit and set my mouth on fire.
Right on. So tell the viewers a little bit about the very, very underappreciated North Shore Live and kind of how that all came about.
Well, actually, it was Tony DeCoste's idea. He was the brain. Truth be told, I was like a last minute add in. And I think he just realized that he had a good core group of people around him, and he didn't want things to go as fluidly as they possibly could. So he kind of threw me in as the wild card to see what would happen. That's where it came from. Yeah.
And what was that experience like for you, kind of acting out some of those skits and stuff?
Me and Tony, we've shot stuff before, just stuff for his YouTube channel and stuff like that. And I've always been like writing stupid shit, like stuff, childish, immature stuff. Yeah. I've always been like SNL or SNL, Kids in the Hall, and Living Color. all that kind of stuff. And I mean, I never did anything with them, but
Yeah.
Tony was the only way. I never would have done any of it really if it wasn't for Tony. But
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, man. It was really fun. You know, doing the skits was actually more fun than doing the show. The show was fun too, but just doing the skits, it's just like hanging out with your buddies. You know what I mean? You just come up with a stupid idea, put it together, and run up the flagpole and see if anybody laughs.
The live show is a lot more kind of nerve-wracking, than doing skits, tape skits.
For you and Tony, yeah. Me, not so much, buddy. I showed up and sat in the seat and just made wise ass comments to every nice thing that Tony said.
Yeah, but this isn't your first time kind of doing any kind of hot challenge either. Actually, on that show, you did something before.
Yeah, we did the habanero challenge, and I got to tell you, even before I eat this, I am not a spicy food person. Truth be told, I don't like it. Well, that's a lie. I like a little bit of spice, just enough to make you go, whew. You know what I mean? And anything past that,
Just a little bit of Frank's Red Hot in your KD.
Frank's Red Hot, maybe a little bit of a little extra salt if I'm feeling crazy. You know what I mean?
So,
I'm not. But no, and then he come up with this idea to do the habanero challenge, and Fear, he was part of the show too, and a friend of his, Paul. They
you say Fear?
Fear, yeah.
His name is Fear?
Chris McPherson.
Chris McPherson.
Oh, okay.
He said, when you ask him, he says that they gave him that nickname because he wasn't afraid of anything. But I know a few of his friends from way back in school, and apparently in grade 4 or 5, he's afraid of worms. So I don't know if there's any truth to that. I can't validate it.
You'll have to track him down. Throw a
I
bucket.
like how this camera angle's cutting off my bald spot.
Yeah, looks good, man. You look good.
Thanks. I needed that.
Yeah, you do.
I think one of these nights,
10 minutes time. I don't know if you will or not, but
one of these nights we got to get a North Shore Live reunion going on here on Fight League Atlantic.
yeah, a live show.
Well, we were talking. Me and Tony. Well, I should say we were talking. I've been putting the bug in his ear here just a couple times, I guess, about doing a little something. I think with Tony, just the fact that he was kind of the mastermind behind, and not to take away from you, because
No, it's 100%. It's Tony, man. Yeah.
But he even said, you're the only essential. Danny was the only essential part of the show. He said the show could be the exact same without anybody but Danny. But anyway, when it comes to the actual putting the show together, he was doing, at one point, he was doing like 40-hour weeks. It was a one-man show. He was filming hours of video, combing through that, editing, rendering, and he's quite a perfectionist when it comes to this stuff. So I can see now when it's like me asking somebody to go work Sunday for free just to help somebody else.
So, and the proof, the proof's in the pudding too. Like, and I encourage anybody watching right now, go check that show out. It's on YouTube, North Shore Live. At least I think it's still there. Should be, but go check it out, and you'll piss yourself laughing. It's hilarious.
And then you
I
send
love
the
fun
video.
doing the show.
And the production quality is fantastic. Like Wayne said, Tony put his heart and soul into it, and it's really, really well done.
The live product was really good too. Don't short stack yourself, bud. You did great. All right.
It's the thing. Danny and I speak about this all the time, truthfully, and it's it's a weird. We won't get into it, I guess, but it's like the quality of work that's been put out, like in a lot of things that Danny and Tony have done, a lot of times doesn't get the respect that, like, our shows in general, like, man, like, none of it would happen. Any of it, period, would look or be any as good without those guys. Like, they both been a big part of it, and they're in a very small town community where we come from, to have both of them what their skill set is. We're people should be very lucky, because they'll work. At the end of the day, you can't do shit free. Like, you got to get paid. Like, if you don't do things for free, because it loses value, right? Like,
it's true.
It's you can do things to help others out, but at the end of the day, like, you got to eat.
Oh, 100%.
And there's
I was just going to say, everything that I've seen both of them involved in was above and beyond better than anything I've ever done in my life. So
yeah, they're both pretty good at
we play. I mean, our band was pretty slick too. Like, Wayne and I played in a heavy metal band. Check that out as well if you can find that. Death of a Daydream.
It's still on Bandcamp.
Death of a Daydream. Open for
Death
theater.
of a Daydream. Yeah. We
Did you ever,
we toured around. We toured all over Pictou County.
were you ever, if you're ever sitting there and you're like, you know what, I could go for some slightly offbeat heavy metal from some 40-year-old out of shape fathers.
Yeah.
Not disappointed.
That's actually, you know what? You could have a battle of the bands for that exact genre.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Over 40 dads. Battle of the band.
We would
all
kick
over the
ass.
world. Well, you know how many bands there are of people just like you guys who are buddies that just get together and do that? Like, that's a fucking. I'm always looking at ideas, Wayne. You know, always. Maybe that's what we'll do at the rink. Do a battle of the bands,
dad style.
Dad style.
Yeah.
Battle of the dad bands.
Battle of the dad pods. Battle of the dad bodies.
Can't talk.
That's gross.
So did you guys really have to take me in after Boser? Like you couldn't have let me leave? Like I have to follow a professional fighter? You got some guy that does construction, failed grade 12 twice, straight up loser. Oh,
you're
not a loser, man. Don't
I like Tanner was starstruck.
I didn't get to ask him actually because Tanner. So before he kind of went full time in the UFC, he's been asked, and I kind of fucked up the questions there. I didn't really know what I was asking him.
At least you asked him something.
He was just like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" But anyway, long story short, he answered them. But I think he was like, "What?" Like,
yeah,
stoner.
And yeah.
But anyway, long story short, I used to be a bouncer at a strip club in Edmonton, and he always used to post really funny stories, but it burnt down. And ironically enough, as soon as it burnt down, now he's become like, he's performance, but ironically enough, at the same time, after all that hard work, it's kind of culminated where it burnt down and he doesn't have to work there anyway. So it's kind of cool story, but I didn't get to ask him about that. And maybe he's usually not one to shy away from inappropriate stuff, but he did.
Well, so. I did a bit of research on him too. And I found out he was an EMT. If you go on the old Wikipedia.
Well, that's not true. I actually edited it.
Okay, good. Good thing I didn't say it then.
I don't know.
Is it true?
No, I don't know. You can edit in Wikipedia though, isn't that?
Yeah, I know. It said, yeah.
Anyone can go in and be like, oh, well, that's not true. Johnny had warts on his back. What?
I didn't. I never ask looking at Wikipedia and then coming up with questions from that because it's like you say, anybody can edit it, and it's like, oh yeah, no, that didn't happen.
So Danny Harvey's a nice person on here.
Yeah.
So what you guys are really saying is the best thing that happened to his career was a nice case of arson.
Yeah, I don't know. No, he's just at the same time of his kind of career, where he just got called to the UFC anyway, when he just maybe it was a fight in or something, and then at the same time that kind of sorry microphone, that kind of burnt down, and he kept winning fights, and the rest is history. Awesome. Yeah. So anyway,
you kind of branched out and you've been doing some stand up too, Wayne?
Yeah, a little bit. I when people ask me about it, I don't want to say I don't like to talk about it, but I'm only 3 shows deep, and I see people up there that they've been doing it for 10 years and stuff like that. So for me to say, oh yeah, I do stand up, it just feels like I'm it's like me going and getting in a bar fight down at Whitetail and saying, oh yeah, I'm an MMA. You know what I mean? It
happens a lot, so just go with it. I even get those people messaging me. They're like, man, I fight outside all the time. I'm like, I'm good in the cage. I'm like, fuck, dude, you're Danny breeds them all. Hilarious. Fucking nuts.
Fighting out of Tattamagush Legion 482.
Oh, no joke. There's one I can think of. I won't say it. But
I can fight, man. I swear to God, just put me in. I'll prove it to you. I can fight. I have no experience. Blah blah blah. All right.
Yeah. Cool. Didn't happen.
Go do a sprint to the end of the parking lot. Then come back to the end. But anyway, go on. Sorry. We cut you off there.
I forget what I was saying.
Talking about you were kind of talking about being a hack. If you're saying, oh, I'm stand up, but everybody, the thing is, dude, there's too much jealousy and bullshit in this world. Everybody's got to start somewhere. People look at us and oh, episode 90, man, fuck. Guess where we started? Episode 1. Guess where Joe Rogan started? Episode 1.
Oh yeah.
You got the balls to do it. You're getting up there and doing it, right?
It was something I've always wanted to do. The way I started loving stand-up was I was around 7 or 8. It was around 88 or 89. And my parents took me to the drive-in to see, I think it was The Brave Little Toaster or Batteries Not Included. You guys remember that? Anyway.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
And my parents fell asleep in the front. and I was going to wake them up. And I remember watching the little, let's all go to the whatever to get ourselves a snack. And the next movie that started while my parents was playing, it was Delirious by Eddie Murphy.
Oh no.
That's a good one.
I sat there for an hour and a half covering I didn't understand most of it. Like I said, I was 7, 8, 9 maybe. And it kind of gave me a love for comedy, and the stand-up's just something I've always wanted to do, but I never really had the guts to do it. But it's just, I'm at the point now where I'm like, why not? Like, everybody that knows me either likes me or hates me. Like, I'd say it's a good 50-50 split. So if I can maintain that among strangers, then I'm okay, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
Awesome.
that's true. And like, who cares? Like, I struggle with that a lot, man. Like, people like Danny's like we kind of go back and forth a lot. It's probably more like 60. No, actually probably like more like 75-25 for like me just complaining to Danny about it. But it's like, it's true. Like, there's a lot of shit that goes on behind the scenes, but you're just doing it. You're like doing it. So fuck them. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares what they have to
100%.
say, right? Like,
And you know what? I've actually, like, I was a little nervous going up the first time. My first time was before quarantine. I did one open mic at Gus's. Then I did another open mic at Barely's. And my third one was supposed to be on March 31st and got canceled because of the quarantine. So that kind of got me down. And then the fellow that runs the Oasis show, real nice guy, actually, Dave Sears, I think his name is.
Mhm.
And I messaged him and said, can I get back on? He said, yeah, man, come on up in 2 weeks. I got a spot for you. So I'm going to keep at it. I like doing it, man. It's something, anybody that knows me knows that I love making people laugh. It's just something that I love to do.
Nice.
I find it a lot easier. The thing about stand-up is I can sit in a room with my buddies or with other people and make them laugh. Like, I say stupid shit. I'm a little witty, I guess.
Mhm.
But to take that, to put it on stage and people know you're trying to make them laugh, it's something different that I've never ever done before. But I enjoy it. It's just like golf. You can play a whole round and it only takes one shot, and you're like, that was a pretty good day.
Would you compare like a good laugh to like nailing a solo when you're up on stage playing? You're like, yes.
You know, I honestly think it's a little bit better, only for the fact that you can hear it. You know what I mean? When you play.
Yeah, it's so loud you can't. Yeah.
Everybody, you see people like,
Yeah.
But when you're up there doing that alone, kind of thing, you're like, I mean, I don't want to sound like a big wimp or anything, but when you work on something and then people seem to like what you worked on, you're like, right on. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
that's wicked.
For every laugh I've gotten 3 of these. Just
oh yeah. Well, you have to think, like, what I learned from living with Peter for so many years is that comedians are insane. They're fucked. So, like, you know, I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm saying that, like, the way they think and the way they write things is on a different level than the majority of the people who are sitting in the audience. Like, because they're so witty and so smart in the way they write it. Some people are like, what? They don't get it, right? But like, it's just dry, but it's to being a comedian and writing funny material to make other people laugh is quite an art, and I think it's admirable for anybody who's willing to get up there, for sure, man. So good for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it, man. And again, I almost don't like talking about it because I am new, and I don't want to show any kind of I'm one of you guys to the people that are new. But
no,
at the moment, I'm loving it.
Yeah,
awesome.
I think that it's
you got to start somewhere.
Exactly. The problem is it's like the old Joe Rogan, Carlos Mencia video. Like, when, you know, Carlos Mencia is on stage using someone else's jokes and Joe goes up and he's like, you're a hack, like, get off, and calls him all these shit and like rips him on stage. That's the difference. I think it's when, well, if you're it's like martial arts. If you're going to come in and be like, listen, I'm a 7-stripe, whatever, then, you know, I'm probably going to go a little harder on you because I think you're this stripe. But if you come in, you're like, I'm just new, like, whatever, people are probably going to go a little bit different on you. And the same as comedy, I would think. If you're respectful, people are going to be like, hey, all good. He's here to learn and get better with the rest of us, not be a dick.
Yeah. Everybody that I've met through it so far, I mean, I can't say about behind my back, but to my face, they've been nothing but nice.
It's like weird. There's another podcast going on at the exact same time that says Wayne sucks right now. No,
That's Tony's.
Yeah.
Tony.
Yeah.
That's right. Good old Tony. Oh, that's awesome. Too funny.
We love you, Tony.
Yeah. We'll have to get him on here sometime.
Yeah.
What do you think, boys? Is the time?
You got
Well,
a little
folks.
package there. You got a little package of something there.
Yeah. So this, folks, is our sponsor from Maritime Madness. They're a fantastic sponsor of ours, made in Prince Edward Island. As I said, over 30 different sauces, flavors, rubs, different things, and they also do this thing called the One Chunk Challenge, which is Carolina Reaper pepper peanut brittle with a ghost pepper coating, a ghost pepper on the coast coating.
Stop reading the ingredients.
Ghost. It's peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
That's all. Nothing else.
So
I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm honestly already sweating.
yeah.
Like,
So here's the thing. Like, I'm sweating too, to be completely honest, and I'm actually nervous. So, folks, if anyone's watching at home and the feed goes, either Wayne passed out, or
my camera's gonna die too. So I'm probably gonna I'm gonna go soon, and then I'll be back.
All right. Well, it's up to you, Wayne. If you don't want to do it, man, you have, by all means, you don't have to do it. You can hold on to it and pay $25 to the nearest charity, the Truro Homeless Foundation. If you don't want to do it, it's up to you.
Oh, well, I don't want to help people. I'm definitely eating it.
All right. There it is.
All right.
Oh, man.
So what is like? Do I have to not drink anything, or do I?
Does it say anything on the back?
Carolina Reaper brittle, my grandmother's brittle. One chunk challenge intended for 18 plus. What? Only, and it's done at your own risk. Taking the challenge is probably not the best idea you've had today. No, I think I just got to eat it. I guess.
Like, I saw other people going like 10 minutes without a drink or whatever, but hey, man, you do whatever.
No, we don't. You don't have to do that.
There's no rules. And if you're willing to do it, you can take it and cut off the stream and run away for all I care.
Oh man!
Oh man! I gotta put this on solo. I'll put you on solo. So he's
my hands are so sweaty. I can't.
Don't. So if you get all over your hands, you're gonna be like rub your eyeballs and stuff. So keep in mind, don't rub your eyeballs. Maybe you should put gloves on.
Yeah, it might be. Smells good, eh?
So Wayne Rushton here, folks. He's about to take the first the Maritime Madness One Chunk Challenge, I guess. There it is.
It's just chocolate.
Just chocolate, yeah.
Let me have a drink before I get going here, fellas.
Oh my god. I might pass out watching this. I don't know if I can watch, truthfully.
Okay, here goes. Oh, it's hard.
It's hard. Peanut brittle.
I can't even fucking deal. This is hilarious.
Oh my.
So yeah, it's it's like, how does it feel so far? My head's sweating watching you.
Not too bad yet.
No?
Oh.
Oh fuck.
Oh, all right there. So if anyone's just joined us here, Wayne is taking the One Chunk Challenge from Maritime Madness.
Oh, there it is.
Hiccups.
You okay, man?
He's sweating.
How you doing? Can't talk.
This is awful.
Oh man.
I wish I never met you, Danny.
Man, you're handling pretty good though, really. I'm quite
I'm trying.
impressed for a guy who doesn't like cut things. Oh man.
Only 7 minutes to go, and then you can have a drink.
My hands are
man.
numb.
They're numb? Oh.
Oh man.
Oh wow.
So you've had hotter things before, you think, Wayne, or no?
No.
No.
Never. This is worse than the habanero.
Yeah? You guys should go
It
check
feels
that
like-
out. Everyone check them out. MaritimeMadness.com. Use the code FLA10. You can get some free shipping in Canada, and you can get the Maritime Madness Chunk Challenge.
That habanero,
Yeah, Panero.
it feels like my dog ate a bag of them, then ate a bag of tacks, and then shit down my throat. Ooh, I'm going to pass.
Are you all right, man? Don't pass out. Is someone there with you?
Yeah,
Hopefully.
my family will hear me hit the ground.
Where's Porky? Porky needs to help you.
I kept him in the room.
Is the
That was
dog?
a bad idea.
Like it says, it's definitely not the best idea you've had today.
But you did it though.
Yeah, you did it. I'm super impressed, Wade.
Oh, boys. It isn't stopping. This,
You get worse?
yeah. A little, my
Dude, we owe you a t-shirt for this.
oh. Fuck.
I can't believe I feel like it's like a bad car accident. I'm just sitting here watching it. Like I feel bad
I'm
for
finding
you.
it awkward.
Is it getting any better at all? No.
It's starting to hurt more. It's getting less hot and it feels like pain.
Oh jeez.
Oh,
Is it-
man.
How much time?
I'm sweating. Look at me sweating
Thank you.
through my shirt.
Yeah, you are too.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Were you timing this? Were you timing this, Derek?
Yeah, we're up over
why
6
did I come on
minutes.
an
man.
MMA show to look like a pussy?
No, man, dude, the host
Yeah.
of the show won't do it.
No,
That's for sure.
I
No,
wouldn't.
No pussy there, buddy. I can't believe you're doing it. That's and not we're not that typical manly bravado anyway, like that would ever call
No.
anyone a pussy
No.
for anything. But yeah, it's definitely impressive.
You got me beat. I would never do it.
You know what? I came into this. I look at my mouth. Can I take a drink?
Do whatever, man. You do
Yes,
whatever you like.
give her.
Oh, yeah. That made it worse.
Oh, you got to get the milk.
Yeah, you need milk.
I about 5 minutes before this, I found out that we didn't have any.
Oh Jesus.
What about a loaf of bread?
Yogurt.
For the bread.
Loaf of bread. Yeah.
Oh,
I heard 3 slices help.
Oh, fuck.
my head is for real sweating, man. It's just crazy. Oh my god, this is hilarious. So this is the one chunk challenge, folks. If anybody's interested in taking it,
Yeah.
we'll provide you with the chunk provided by our sponsors, and you can take it live with us. Just
It
like
looks it looks fun, right?
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh, I can't. I'm overheating. I'm going to take off my pants. Oh.
Oh man. Oh man. I hope Sarah's watching this, Wayne. Oh God.
Don't throw up. Uh-oh.
Oh. Oh shit.
This is great television.
Oh.
The people at Maritime Madness, man, you shouldn't do this.
I'm very impressed.
I feel like I'm hyperventilating.
Yeah, I can get that. I can see where you're coming from there. Oh my God, I'm crying here.
You look like you're feeling a little bit better.
It's coming. I'm coming around.
Awesome. Oh man.
You did great, buddy.
Yeah.
It's coming back.
It was the pants. Once you took your pants off, I think everything was better.
What do you got in the cup?
Pepsi.
Pepsi. I thought it was Kool-Aid.
Yeah, it did look like Kool-Aid, actually. Purple Kool-Aid. That's what I thought it was.
Used to drink out of those plastic cups in the 80s.
He's gone. Pepsi. Pepsi and bread.
Too dry.
Do you work tomorrow?
Yeah. I got a big day tomorrow too. And I actually just get diagnosed with diverticulosis. So we'll see how this affects it.
What's that?
It's a condition in the small intestine where pockets form in the small intestine. And I have what's called diverticulosis. And it's nothing major or anything. But if you're not careful, it can turn into what's called diverticulitis. And that means when these little sacs or whatever they're called, they become infected. And people have to get their 10 feet of their small intestine or their colon removed.
Man. Well, hopefully this doesn't affect it. You did sign the waiver, right?
I've been staying on top of it, eating healthy, exercising a lot.
Attaboy. That's the way to stay on top of it.
Oh, that was awful, man. That was like, I'm not even exaggerating when I say this. This was at least 5 to 10 times worse than that pepper.
Man, I'm pretty impressed. I'm pretty impressed how quick you got over it. That's 10 minutes. They say 10 minutes about. Yeah. You're a stud. You're a warrior, buddy.
Yeah, that was awesome.
It's starting to come. You got to be careful. This is the tricky part. Or I found out with the habanero. When you think it's over and you burp.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What's that do? The Pepsi would help the burping, though.
Yeah. There's no, yeah. More carbonated water, sugar.
Wow, that is fantastic.
That's wicked.
Anybody
content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. There you go, folks. Check them out. Wayne, we'll have to, just for being a good sport, I'm going to send you another pack of ghost pepper brittle. How's that? We're going to get you out a pack of ghost pepper brittle in the mail. Thanks for being a good sport. And you can maybe come back on and eat that. Try that out if you're interested, or share it around as a party favor.
Yeah, no, you train for days like this.
I can't even eat a spicy chicken from Wendy's.
Oh, they're
I don't
pretty
really
good.
care for them either.
Well, you did well, man. I'm really impressed. Really impressed.
Nicely done.
No pants on? Is that a sweat stain on your chest?
No,
or
Pepsi.
Pepsi. Man, I would have sweat way worse. My whole shirt would have been soaked.
Oh,
But,
you're sweating. You were sweating watching them.
oh yeah, that's impressive. I'm impressed. We got to get your address. We'll have to send some of this stuff in the mail to you.
You
What
were
do
the
you-
bastards that sent me the
Oh.
goddamn brittle in the first place.
No,
My
that's
ca-
the junk channel. This is a different one. This is a
My
different one.
my camera's frozen there. Just give me a sec.
Oh, I like it. It's a pretty picture.
Yeah, good.
It-
I'll rig something up here.
Danny sounds like a demon too. Raw.
I feel like one.
You doing all right, pal?
Yeah, I think so. I'm around a 4 out of 10 now.
Not a boy. All right, man.
You can take it out if you want.
Oh, okay. What? Pull it out, Danny said. His camera. Pull it out. There we go. All right, that did not sound
pull
good,
it out.
by the way, at all. Oh, well, it's late. It's late. Well, thanks for doing that, Wayne. That was very cool of you, man. I'm very impressed with how your tenacity for getting over that quite quickly for someone that doesn't like it.
I'm mean mugging here. Once you go, I'm probably gonna go cry in the shower.
That's all right. That's all right. Well, we won't hold you up too long, man. Again, thanks for doing this, buddy. There you have it, folks. Wayne Rushton, the first man to do the One Chunk Challenge on the Fight League Atlanta podcast, and for that, he'll get a nice little partying gift that we'll send him in the mail. Thanks for joining us, bud.
Oh, thanks for having me, bud. It was a pleasure.
All right, not the last time. We'll have you on, maybe like you said, a North Shore Live edition or something like that. That'd be
For
fun.
sure, man.
Cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks, buddy. Sleep tight.
Thanks.
All right, folks, that was fantastic. I don't know if Danny's back. No, Danny is
me a sec.
replaced by the EOS webcam utility beta.
The beta.
Correct. Beta. It's beta. It's beta. Tomato. Man, that was incredible. I gotta say thank you so much to Wayne Rushton for doing that. He put his body on the line here for us, much like a lot of the fighters that compete for us. Here's Danny back. Yeah. It was pretty awesome, Wayne, doing that.
Oh man, just insane. I could never do that.
No, me either. I agree. That was
Thank you, Wayne. That was fantastic, man.
Yeah. I gotta say too, which would have made it more difficult, is that it got delayed like twice for him. So he was like probably amped up to do it.
Well, one time he chipped his tooth, so he's like, he was like, I don't know if eating this will be the best thing for a chipped tooth. So
I'm sure that'll help his diverticulosis
and diverticulosis. I didn't think it would be crunchy. It didn't seem like.
I think he's
looking at it.
Whole.
I heard a few crunches there, but it sounded
badass though, man. He fucking handled that like a boss.
Yeah, it looked like one of those. What are the name of those chocolate bars? Eat More's. Eat More chocolate bars.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like. It looked like a chunk of that. Like I thought it was going to be chewy, but it was crunching like crazy.
I know what you're talking. Yeah, the Eat More. They were disgusting. You like those? They're weird.
I do like them.
I don't like chewy chocolate bars like that. That's all.
No,
That's it.
that's it. Not even Snickers, Mars.
No, but they're chocolate. Eat More's not chocolate. It's like fucking.
It's like taffy or
It's like
something.
fruit leather.
Toffee. What?
1980s fruit leather.
Fruit leather?
Sure.
Oh, like the fruit, I know.
What's that chocolate bar that has the fruit in the middle? Joy something maybe.
Oh, yeah, Almond Joy, isn't it?
Almond
No,
Joy.
Almond Joy is like coconut. But I know the one you mean though. It's
There's a
weird one.
really funny YouTube series out there that so when you're done subscribing to ours, all of you 400 million people across the world subscribing to our videos, when you're done doing that, check this out. It's like British people trying chocolate bars, like Western chocolate bars for the first time. It's absolutely hilarious. Like, oh, what do we have here? Ooh,
Nice.
pieces. Oh, just like different chocolate bars. It's quite comical actually. I saw it today too. The title of the video on this was "Tribal People Try Energy Drinks for the First Time," and then I clicked on it, and it was people. I don't know,
Tribal people?
Man, I don't know. To me, they're just like regular people. I don't know, but from a different country. Anyway, but they were trying these energy drinks. They never saw Red Bull ever before, so they couldn't figure out how to open it, and they were drinking it, and they're like, oh, this is really good. This is really good. It's like, yeah, it's pretty good. Not as good as Dragon Energy or MDZO.
Oh, I love that stuff.
This stuff?
It's fantastic.
Yeah, check it out, folks.
Anybody who likes coffee, and it's like if you like the kind of effects of Red Bull, it's almost the same. It's like you can get that effect, but
Or
coffee.
yeah,
But it just gives you a boost of energy. Like
yeah, I agree.
I don't even
Anybody who likes that boost of energy illegally too, get in touch with me. I can change your habits. We'll get you addicted to coffee instead. Why not? I know there's a big market for it. So reach out. DM us.
Yeah.
DM. Hit us.
And this is not a flattering angle at all.
Slide into my DMs for some coffee. I can still see Wayne in the background, and now
Is he still there? Is he listening?
Now he has no shirt on. No, he's doing all right. He's doing all right. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, it was good.
Thanks, Wayne.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Wayne. Well, what do you think, buddy? We'll call her a night.
Yeah, good to go.
Yeah, it's a late day. So this is it for the weeks, folks. We'll be back Sunday night. Sunday night, we have the Female Roundtable, #1, hosted by Christine Royal Fader. She'll be taking over the hosting duties for the night, and she'll be bringing on a couple female athletes from the Maritimes, jiu-jitsu, I believe, and MMA athletes. I'm not sure who's going to be on there with her just yet, who's confirmed, but it should be cool. The first of its kind, a female roundtable here, and I think it's good. Get them on here. And Monday night, we got Fred North. Remember, I was telling you about him.
Yeah, the helicopter.
Yeah,
helicopter driver.
Yeah,
driver.
he's
Pilot. Driver. He drives a helicopter.
We should say that to him. So
you're the helicopter driver, right? Not a pilot. You're a driver.
Did you get your license where I got my car license? Is that driver?
You just chose to go with the helicopter instead of the car.
Yeah. Got your class 6, huh?
Yeah.
Huh? I got a Focus, bud. Yeah, man. I saw a video he put up there today about flying up from the Grand Canyon. He was doing a shot, like some kind of movie shot, but like it was like a mile deep coming out of this canyon, straight up. Like the shots that he gets, like he's done every movie there is, like Fast and Furious, any kind of crazy action movie. He's the helicopter pilot getting all these crazy shots. So yeah, it's pretty exciting.
No money in that or anything.
No, nothing. We'll find out if we can get some shares or in a stock or anything. But I don't know who else we have on next week. We got Tuesday night, I believe we have Mike Wacker, Aaron Harris, and Fatiba Klein from upstate New York. We got a full week anyway. Next week lined up. We're gonna kick them off, keep them going, and yeah,
awesome.
Why not, man? Nothing else going on, Danny.
I know.
So why not?
All right, buddy. Concerts.
Well, we might be able to change that. Good segue. I think we should do a concert.
I agree.
Ain't no commission needed for a concert.
True.
No, All right. Wayne, how you doing? You all right?
I'm doing okay. Yeah, I'm coming around.
Oh, man.
Still
awesome.
in there.
I'm still sweating.
All right, boys. Lots of love, boys. If you could be anything in this world, boys, be kind. We'll see you tomorrow. That was awesome. So funny, Danny. So funny.
Still alive, right? Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. All right, boys. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you Sunday. We're out. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, and make sure to hit that subscribe button. As well, check out our apparel line on our FightLeagueAtlantic.com website. As well, thanks to our friends and sponsors. We'll see you next week.